Good morning. You might recognise this place. I'm back on my favourite peg, peg 3 at Milton Pools. At the moment I've got my left hand rod out for carp and my right hand rod in my usual spot just between them trees, dead ahead on the left hand island. I've got my halibut pellets hoping for the old cats. Quite late in the day already, it's 12 o'clock lunchtime. Been here a few hours. Had a lot of fizzing right in front of us. Tried halibut pellets and different boilies down there, but to no avail. So we've kind of given up on that for now. Might try it again a bit later. Lee's here with me as well. He's got halibut pellet for cats, and not sure what boilie he's got, but he's definitely got boilie for carp. So hopefully we'll get a bend in our rod. I did go fishing last week, did an overnight or a finch, and to be honest I totally forgot to do any videoing, but there was nothing exciting because I caught absolutely nothing. I didn't have a bite all day or all night, but I had a good laugh, enjoyable session, and that's fishing. Can't always catch. Hopefully we'll get over that blank and we'll have a couple on the bank on this session and make it worth coming. It's late afternoon on day one, and it's not been the most successful day for both of us. I had a decent cat on that was pulling like a train, and that cracks me off on 30-pound main line. Had a few liners, but nothing else. Lee had a carp on, and unfortunately took him into the trees and came off. Been a good day though, we've had a good laugh, and there is still signs of life. I haven't seen anybody else on the lake catching anything yet, so it's not fishing that well, I don't think. But there you go. I'll show you my rigs later on, using 3 halibut pellets for cats with a pop-up, and on my carp rod at the moment I've got KD rig with a wafter, and I've even tried looking for signs of life when I've seen a fish jump. Try to put it out there with just a wafter and a handful of pellets in a little PVA bag, but so far no luck with that even. Hopefully they'll keep showing signs of life and we'll actually find one that wants to eat my bait. I've got a few different baits to try still, so I've not given up hope. Even got some chorizo for the cats if the hali pellets ain't working, but I've had bite on that, so confident on that. But I don't know, it does matter when you see them fizzing as much as they have been. It does make you question what you're doing wrong and all that. But if they're on naturals, they might not want anything sort of man-made, so we can but try. Well, it's the morning of day 2. What a tough night. Multiple bites, lost 3. Lee lost 2. He had 1 fish about 11:30 last night. But yeah, we had bleeps going all night, so we got hardly any sleep. But we're going to see what today brings, and hopefully we'll get some on the bank. Well, just after lunch on day 2. Not a lot happening. Lee's on 2 fish now. He's had a 34 and a 16, both cats, and I've had my second cat finally. That was 28. So still no sign of the carp, which is really frustrating. Running out of ideas. I've tried open water, I've tried by the lilies, and now I've got one tight to that island. But it just don't seem to be happening. Still, bad day fishing beats a good day doing anything else. Hopefully we'll get a few more. I've still got to show you the rigs I'm using and the setups, and I will do that because I always forget to do that. So we'll let you know how we're getting on later. Oh, it's the morning of day 3, and not a lot happening. Lee's actually smashed his PB. He had a 59-pound cat out earlier, and I finally caught a carp. Only 16-pound, but it was a proper carp. And what's really funny is I decided to try a new bait. I was eating some gummy bears, and I've put 2 gummy bears on a hair rig, and I've lost 1 carp on that and missed 2 more within a couple of hours. So all this time I've been using fancy baits and that, and I had a packet of sweets sitting there with a bait that does the business. Hopefully I'll get one before I'll get another carp on the bank before I leave. That was my catfish line. I've got chorizo on that at the moment. I got snapped off on one of my carp rods. Don't know how that happened, whether I landed it in a snag, but I was 20 foot off the island. Whether there's a snag off the island that I managed to land in, I don't know. Or but I didn't get any bleeps or anything on that rod, so. But that was when I decided to go onto the gummy bears. So it's not been the most productive session. Lee's done alright for the cats, and he had 1 carp at 24. Me, I've not had a great session. I've lost more than I've landed. Don't know why that is. Not doing anything different to the only difference is I've been using back lead. So whether because of that I'm not striking hard enough and getting a good hook set, I don't know. But I've decided to give up on the back leads on me normal hooks, but my circle hooks, because you don't strike into them, you just lift into them, and they're sort of just hook themselves in the scissor. I've got back lead on that, but my carp rod I ain't back leaded. So got a few more hours. Hopefully we'll get another fish or 2 on the bank, but no guarantees. Thanks for watching.